The rain came down in sheets, turning the streets of Manhattan into rivers of regret, as Alexander Harrington's chauffeured Mercedes sliced through the night toward his fortified Upper East Side estate. Lightning ripped the sky open, and in that electric flash, he saw him. A boy, no older than 18, curled like a discarded newspaper against the cold iron of Alex's front gate, his body a defiant knot against the storm's fury. In the heartbeat before thunder crashed, Alex's world, built on mergers, mansions, and meticulously managed solitude, shattered because those rain-streaked eyes meeting his through the window weren't begging. They were daring him to look away. He killed the engine himself, stepping into the deluge without a coat, his polished Oxfords sinking into puddles that swallowed lesser men's resolve. "Kid," he shouted over the roar, voice rough from a day of barked orders in glass towers. "You're gonna drown out here." The boy uncurled slightly, wiping water from his face with a sleeve that hung like a rag, revealing sharp cheekbones and lips tinged blue. He didn't scramble or plead. Instead, a ghost of a smirk tugged at his mouth. "Better than inside some shelter where they preach at you till you puke." Alex paused, rain plastering his $1,000 suit to his broad frame, the CEO armor cracking under the weight of that raw honesty. 20 years of clawing from a Midwest trailer park to billionaire status, and nothing, not the hostile takeovers, not the betrayals in boardrooms, had hit him like this kid's unflinching stare. "Get up," he said, not a command but something closer to a plea, extending a hand gloved in fine leather. After a tense beat, the boy grasped it, hauling himself upright with a wiry strength that belied his soaked, shivering form. The gates hummed open at Alex's key fob, admitting them to the sanctuary of floodlit lawns and towering glass walls that screamed untouchable success. Inside the foyer, heated air hummed from vents disguised as abstract sculptures, wrapping around them like an unwelcome embrace. Alex flicked lights, revealing the boy's measure, 5'9" of lean muscle under threadbare jeans and a hoodie faded to gray, dark brown hair curling wildly now that it wasn't drowned flat. "Name's Jamie," he offered, teeth still chattering as Alex thrust a thick towel at him. 18, if you're carding." "Alex," he replied, shedding his jacket to drape over a chair, the fabric hitting marble with a wet slap. "And you're not fine." "Coffee." Without waiting, he moved to the kitchen island, a gleaming expanse of quartz that could seat 12 for deals worth millions. The Keurig whirred to life, filling the air with bitter steam. Jamie accepted the mug, cradling it like a lifeline, his green eyes scanning the space, not with greed, but a wary cataloging, as if mapping escape routes. "You don't have to," Jamie started, but Alex cut him off with a raised hand, pouring his own cup black as midnight. "I know, but it's pouring cats and CEOs out there. Crash here tonight. Guest room's down the hall." He pointed vaguely, already regretting the impulse, his mind flashing to liability forms and security briefings. What if this was a setup? A viral scam for some tabloid hit piece? But Jamie's nod was grateful, not scheming, and as he padded upstairs, towel turbaned on his head, Alex sank onto a stool, rubbing temples that throbbed from the merger war room. Alone with the storm's muffled rage outside, Alex's thoughts spiraled. Harrington Innovations wasn't just a company. It was his fortress, AI algorithms predicting market moods before they soured, healthcare tech saving lives from afar. He ran it like a machine, efficient, emotionless, because emotions had cost him once. A father who drank away the farm's failure, a mother who whispered apologies while packing his bags for prep school at 14. "Make something of yourself, Alex. Don't end up like us." He'd done that, all right. Penthouse views of the skyline, a Rolodex of power players, dates with models who vanished by dawn. No entanglements, no weaknesses. Yet here he was, replaying Jamie's smirk, the way his voice held Ohio's soft drawl under the city's edge. Alex drained his coffee, scalding his tongue, a penance, and headed to his office, burying the unease in spreadsheets until dawn crept in, gray and unforgiving. Morning light filtered through automated blinds, rousing Alex from a fitful sleep on the leather couch. The house was silent, too silent, and a prickle of annoyance, or was it disappointment, hit as he checked the guest room. Bed made with crisp corners, no trace of occupancy save a folded towel and a scrawled note on monogrammed stationery. Thanks for the dry spell. Won't happen again. Owe you a coffee sometime. Jay. Alex snorted, folding it into his pocket instead of the trash, the gesture absurdly sentimental. The day blurred into routine tyranny. A 7 a.m. helicopter to the Midtown Tower, where glass walls overlooked Central Park like a conquered kingdom. Meetings stacked like dominoes. Venture capitalists pitching moonshots, his CFO crunching numbers on the latest acquisition. Alex, this biotech play could double our valuation. Marcus droned, slides clicking. But Alex's focus frayed, his pen tapping rhythms to Jamie's imagined laugh. By lunch, he escaped to the executive cafeteria, picking at salmon while scrolling news on his phone. That's when he saw him. Across the street, Jamie manning a falafel cart, bandana tying back his hair, calling orders with a charisma that turned heads. Rain clouds gathered anew, but Jamie worked undeterred, flashing grins that lit his face. Their eyes locked through traffic, and Alex's thumb hovered over call driver before he waved him down. Jamie, he called, dodging a cab. The boy straightened, wiping tahini from his hands on an apron. Mr. Harrington, Alex. Fancy seeing you slumming it. Call it reconnaissance. Alex eyed the cart, stomach rumbling traitorously. Falafel to go? Jamie plated one with flourish, extra veggies. On the house. For the roof. As Alex bit in, the spices bursting like forbidden joy, he nodded toward the park bench. Eat with me. They sat, the city pulsing around them, Jamie devouring his own wrap with the hunger of skipped meals. Conversation flowed easy, barriers dissolving in the autumn bite. So, what's the Harrington Empire conquering today? Jamie asked, legs swinging. AI for diagnostics. Spotting cancers early, like a sixth sense. Alex surprised himself with the passion, words tumbling. Save lives without the mess of human error. Jamie's eyes lit. Cool. But what about the hard stuff? The why behind the code? Alex paused, falafel midway. No one asked that. Not investors. Not his mirror. Lost my mom to breast cancer when I was 20. Too late diagnosis. Figured if I could. Change that for someone else. Jamie finished, soft. Makes sense. My why's simpler. Survive till I can draw what I see. People, real ones, not the polished fakes. You're an artist? Alex leaned in, intrigued. Was in Ohio before. Everything. Jamie's gaze dropped, tracing cracks in the bench. Parents found my sketchbook. Guys holding hands. Said it was the devil's work. Packed my bag that night. The confession landed like a gut punch, Alex's own buried secrets stirring. The college roommate whose kiss he'd fled from, terrified of the label, the family legacy of straight and strong. That's bullshit, he said fiercely. You're not broken. Jamie met his eyes, a spark jumping. Feels like it sometimes. But nights like last? Kinda hope it's not. Alex's phone buzzed. Victoria, his sister, the family's sharp-tongued gatekeeper. Dinner tonight. Don't be late. Dad's in town. He silenced it, standing. Cart shift over soon. Hour. Jamie rose too, close enough to catch his cologne. Clean, like rain-washed pine. I'll send the car. Pizza at mine. No strings. Jamie hesitated, then grinned. Deal. But I picked toppings. That evening, the penthouse filled with the scent of pepperoni and possibility. Jamie sprawled on the sectional, remote in hand, flipping channels while Alex uncorked Cabernet. Football. Jamie teased, landing on a game. Billionaire, guilty pleasure? Guilty as charged. Alex laughed, settling beside him, the proximity electric yet innocent. They bantered scores, Jamie's knowledge surprising, small-town fields breeding diehards. As halftime hit, talk deepened. Family dinner tomorrow, Alex admitted. The kind where silverware clinks like judgments. Sounds fun. Jamie's tone dripped sarcasm. Mine's the pray away the gay type. Last call was we miss you, but not that you. Alex's jaw tightened. Mine's not much better. Dad sees me as the golden boy who'll marry some heiress, pump out heirs. No room for complications. Complications like what? Jamie's voice was gentle, probing. Alex swirled his wine, the lie bitter. Like caring too much. Gets you hurt. The room hushed, TV drone fading. Jamie shifted, knee brushing Alex's. Or gets you alive. Before Alex could respond, his intercom buzzed, security. Sir, Paparazzo at the gate. Snapped the kid entering. Shit. Alex bolted up, pacing. This is my life. Cameras, rumors. You sure you want in? Jamie stood, backpack slung. Was never in. Just passing through. Thanks for the pizza. Wait. Alex grabbed his arm. Grip light, but urgent. Stay? For the game. Jamie searched his face, then nodded, dropping the bag. They watched the second half in charged silence, shoulders touching, the score irrelevant. As Jamie dozed off mid-play, head lolling on the cushion, Alex covered him with a throw, heart aching with unfamiliar tenderness. This kid, this complication, was unraveling him, thread by thread. And for the first time, Alex wondered if that was the point. The family dinner loomed like a guillotine. Victoria's text was all caps, arrive 7 sharp. Bring appetite for lectures. Alex's father, Richard Harrington, had built the company from a garage tinkering with circuits, his iron will forging Alex in fire. Now retired to a Connecticut estate, he visited New York for oversight, code for reminding Alex who held the invisible reins. Jamie tagged along uninvited, insisting on the subway. Keeps me grounded, his jeans and hoodie a rebellion against the Harrington crest. At the restaurant, a French bistro in Soho with chandeliers dripping like wax seals, Victoria's eyes narrowed over her escargot. Who's the stray, Alex? Your new intern. Jamie, he introduced, voice steady. Friend. Artist with killer instincts. Richard grunted from his steak, appraising. Artist, eh? We need engineers, not dreamers. Jamie didn't flinch, forking salad. Dreamers build the future, sir. Engineers just assemble it. Victoria choked on wine, half laugh, half scandal. Alex hid a smile, pride swelling. Conversation veered to business, the merger teetering on regulatory approval. But Jamie listened, chiming in on user privacy with a fresh angle that had Richard pausing, fork midair. Smart kid, the old man conceded later, as waiters cleared plates. But outside, under awning shadows, Victoria pulled Alex aside. What are you doing? He's obvious. And you're not. Obvious how? Alex snapped, rain misting the air. You know, the Rainbow Brigade. Dad'll have a stroke. Jamie's a person, Vic. Not a statement. But her words wormed in, echoing his fears, the board's whispers if rumors linked him to the boy. Jamie, sensing the chill, hung back. I can cab it home. No. Alex looped an arm around his shoulders, casual but possessive. We're good. The walk to the car was tense, city lights blurring. Thanks for having my back, Jamie murmured. Most don't. Most are idiots. Alex squeezed, the touch lingering. Back at the penthouse, exhaustion hit. Jamie crashed in the guest room, but midnight found Alex at his desk, staring at merger docs that swam. A soft knock. Jamie, in sweats, holding 2 mugs. Can't sleep. Hot chocolate. They sat on the terrace, city sprawl a glittering sea below. Your family's intense, Jamie said, blowing steam. Like mine, but with caviar. Alex chuckled. Dad wants grandkids. Legitimate ones. And you? Jamie's eyes searched, vulnerable. Alex looked away, toward the Hudson's dark ribbon. Want what I can't have. Someone who sees the mess under the suit. Jamie set his mug down, hand covering Alex's. I see it. The good mess. The air thickened, pulse quickening. Alex turned, their faces inches, breaths mingling. But he pulled back, clearing throat. Get some rest. Big week. Jamie nodded, disappointment flickering, but he rose. Night, Alex. Alone, Alex punched the railing, frustration boiling. This wasn't paternal. It was deeper, a pull toward the boy who'd cracked his gates wide. But with the merger hanging, family watching, and prejudices lurking like shadows, diving in could cost everything. Little did he know, the shadows were already moving. The merger's fate hung by a thread as Alex strode into Harrington Tower the next morning, coffee in one hand, resolve in the other. Regulators had flagged antitrust concerns, a snag that could unravel months of negotiation. In the war room, a conference suite with screens wallpapering every surface, his team huddled, ties askew, laptops glowing like battle stations. We've got 48 hours, Marcus announced, sweat beading. Fix it or fold. Alex nodded, channeling the fire Jamie had ignited. We pivot. Emphasize synergies for public health, not market share. As he sketched on the whiteboard, his phone vibrated. A text from Jamie. Falafel run later? Need your take on a sketch. The normalcy grounded him, a lifeline amid chaos. Lunch was a stolen hour in the park, Jamie's cart abandoned for a bench picnic. He unrolled a napkin sketch, a digital interface, intuitive icons flowing like a heartbeat. For your app. Makes it human. Alex traced the lines, all blooming. This is gold. Hire you as consultant. Jamie laughed, but his eyes held hunger. Pay me in art supplies. Done. Alex's knee bumped his, lingering. The touch sparked, but sirens wailed distant, yanking him back. Gotta run. Dinner tonight? My place. Only if no family interrogations. Jamie winked, packing up. The afternoon blurred into calls with DC lobbyists. Alex's voice a blade cutting red tape. By dusk, a breakthrough. Conditional approval, pinning tweaks. Elation rippled the office, high fives exchanged, rare for Harrington's stoic culture. Alex texted Jamie, victory lap. Tie. The penthouse thrummed with takeout steam and victory toasts, soda for Jamie, scotch for Alex. They sprawled on the floor, cushions fortressing against the coffee table, plates balanced on knees. To hearts in code, Alex raised his glass, clinking Jamie's can. To not freezing alone. Jamie's grin softened, gaze lingering. Conversation meandered. Jamie's dream of Pratt Institute. Alex's first patent at 22. A clunky gadget that predicted weather from phone sensors. Laughter flowed, easy as the city wine. But as plates cleared, vulnerability crept. Jamie fiddled with a napkin, shredding edges. Got a letter today? Mom. Says they're sorry. Want me home for Thanksgiving. Alex's gut twisted. After everything? People change. Or pretend to. Jamie's voice wavered. Part of me wants to believe. Take backup. Alex's offer slipped out, protective instinct flaring. Jamie met his eyes, gratitude mixing with something warmer. You do that? For you? Yeah. The words hung, charged. Alex cleared throat, standing. Film. Distraction. They chose an indie flick on streaming, queer coming of age, raw and real. Curled on the couch, Jamie's head eventually drooped to Alex's shoulder, breath evening. Alex froze, heart hammering, the weight both burden and balm. This closeness, it terrified and thrilled, a line blurring daily. Morning brought intrusion. Victoria's call at dawn. Boards buzzing. Who's the boy in the papers? Pap shots from dinner. Headlines speculating Harrington's heir apparent. Her heartthrob. Alex cursed, scanning the blurbs. It's nothing. Friend helping with design. Design my ass. Dad's furious. Says you're risking the brand with that element. Her voice dripped disdain, the old Harrington homophobia rearing. Tell him to shove it. Alex hung up, storming to the kitchen where Jamie brewed coffee, oblivious. Everything good? Jamie handed a mug, concern etching his brow. Family bullshit. Alex forced a smile. Ignore. But ignoring proved impossible. Midday, an email from HR, anonymous complaint about inappropriate fraternization with a minor. Jamie wasn't employed, but optics stung. Alex's fists clenched. Who? A rival exec sniffing weakness? He confided in Jamie over lunch, the park bench their confessional. They're circling. Because of you. Jamie's face fell. I bring trouble. Should bounce. No. Alex gripped his wrist, urgent. You're the best thing here. Fight with me. Jamie's resolve hardened. Okay, but how? Go public. Your designs, your story. Humanize it. Jamie paled. Expose myself? After Ohio. Alex softened. Not alone. Together. The decision fermented over days. Jamie sketched feverishly, pouring pain into pixels. Interfaces that listened to users' fears, adaptive to emotional cues. Alex pitched it internally, crediting a visionary collaborator, quelling murmurs. But tension simmered. One evening, post-gym, Alex found Jamie on the terrace, staring at Ohio plates on his phone. Booking a ticket. Need to see if it's real. Alex's chest caved. Let me come. Neutral ground. Jamie searched his face, then nodded. Flight tomorrow night. The plane ride was silence wrapped in turbulence. Alex's hand finding Jamie's during drops, squeezes speaking volumes. Dayton's airport felt like stepping into faded denim. Flat fields, fluorescent lights, a world Alex had fled. Jamie's childhood home was a clapboard two-story, porch sagging under potted mums. His mother answered the door, eyes red-rimmed, hugging Jamie fierce. "We prayed, son, every day." Inside, the living room smelled of pot roast and old Bibles. His father rising from recliner, beard grayed, hand extended stiffly to Alex. "The billionaire. Heard you're helping." "More like learning," Alex said, shaking. Dinner was a minefield, grace lingering on redemption, questions veiled as concern. "Found a nice girl yet, Jamie?" his dad asked, passing potatoes. Jamie stiffened. "Still me, Dad. Gay. But hoping we move past labels." Silence stretched, fork clinks amplifying. His mother teared up. "We saw the error. Church helped. Love you as you are." But doubt shadowed Jamie's eyes. Later, in his old room, posters peeled, bed twin-sized, he whispered to Alex on the air mattress, "Feels too easy. Like a trap for show." Alex pulled him close, arms a shield. "We'll leave if it sours." Midnight brought the unravel, raised voices downstairs. Alex crept down, finding Jamie's dad on the couch, Bible open. "That man's influence, turning you more? We won't have it in this house." Jamie, behind Alex, voice steel. "He's a friend. Who sees me. Unlike. Ungrateful." His father surged up, face purple. "After all we've sacrificed?" The shove came fast, toward Jamie. Alex intercepted, shoulder taking the force, stumbling into the wall. Pain bloomed, but fury hotter. "Touch him again, and you'll meet my lawyers." Chaos erupted, mother wailing, father sputtering. Jamie yanked Alex up. "We're gone." In the rental car, tires screeching toward the highway, Jamie's sobs broke free. "Sorry. Ruined it." Alex pulled over, under a sodium lamp's glow, drawing him into embrace. "You didn't. They did. And I'm proud of you, for trying." Jamie's head lifted, tears tracking. "Why do this? For me?" "Because you're worth it." Alex's thumb brushed a cheek, the touch electric, boundaries dissolving in the dash light. The flight home was dawn-chased, Jamie asleep against Alex's window seat. New York welcomed with steel resolve, but Ohio's echo lingered, threatening texts from an unknown number. "Keep your filth away from our boy. Or else." Alex hired security, but unease festered. At work, the designs launched to acclaim, Jamie's name in credits, but whispers grew. Is Harrington grooming the kid? Victoria confronted over coffee, eyes icy. "End it, Alex. Before Dad pulls strings." "He's family," Alex growled. "More than you." Her slap stung, metaphorical. "Family? You're blind. He's using you." Doubt seeded, but Jamie sketched that night, a portrait of Alex, eyes alive with unseen fire, banished it. "This is you," Jamie said. "The real one." Their hands intertwined, natural as breath. "Stay," Alex murmured. "Not as guest. As us." Jamie leaned in, foreheads touching. "Us sounds good." But the world conspired. A leaked photo from Ohio, the shove, twisted as billionaire brawl over boy, hit tabloids. Stocks dipped 3%, board demanding explanations. In crisis mode, Alex faced the den, personal matter, irrelevant to business. Optics say otherwise, the chairwoman snapped. Gay scandal? Investors flee. Jamie, eavesdropping outside, slipped away before Alex saw. That night, the penthouse empty, note on counter. "Can't be your downfall. Thanks for everything. Jay?" Panic surged. Alex tore through streets, falafel cart dark, shelters denying. Dawn found him at the gate where it began, slumped like Jamie once, rain mixing with desperate tears. A rustle, Jamie, emerging from shadows, backpack heavy. "Knew you'd come." Alex pulled him close, fierce. "Never leave like that." "Promise," Jamie whispered. "Promise." Reunited, they fortified, public statement from Alex, proud ally, proud friend. Support flooded, LGBTQ advocates, employee testimonies. But deeper threats brewed. The anonymous texter escalated, doxing Jamie's old sketches online, hate comments swarming. Climax crested at the company gala, crystal chandeliers glittering over black ties. Jamie, in tailored slim fit, arm linked with Alex's, drew stares. "Nervous," Alex murmured, hand on small back. "Terrified," Jamie squeezed. "But with you? Okay." A reporter cornered mid-mingle. Mr. Harrington, rumors of romance. The age gap, the orientation. Flashbulbs erupted. Jamie tensed, but Alex stepped forward, mic in hand. Jamie is my partner. In innovation, in life. And yes, I'm bisexual. Tired of hiding. Harrington stands for progress, inside and out. Gasps rippled, applause sporadic. Jamie's eyes shone, pride overtaking fear. Backlash hit hard. Dad's call, disowning threats, stocks volatile. But allies rose. Victoria, surprisingly, issuing her own statement. Family evolves. In the quiet after, penthouse balcony, city healing below, Jamie traced Alex's jaw. You did that. For us. Alex kissed his knuckles, soft. You did. Changed my soul. Twists lingered. The texter unmasked. Jamie's uncle, bitter over disinheritance, arrested after hacking attempts. Forgiveness came slow. Jamie's parents visited, tentative, progress and apologies. A year on, Jamie thrived at art school, designs revolutionizing Alex's abs. Their love, forged in storms, bloomed quiet. Walks in the park, sketches of shared dreams. Gates stayed open, souls irrevocably altered. With the gala's echoes still reverberating through the financial district, Alex Harrington woke to a world remade in headlines and heartbeats. His phone buzzed incessantly on the nightstand. Congratulations from unlikely quarters, condemnations from predictable ones. But Jamie's steady breathing beside him drowned it all. For the first time, the king-size bed felt less like a throne and more like home. The sheets tangled from a night of whispered confessions and careful boundaries respected. Morning, hero, Jamie murmured, eyes cracking open, green depths warm with last night's courage. He stretched, t-shirt riding up to reveal a sliver of inked skin, a small rainbow flag, faded from Ohio summers. Alex traced it lightly, reverence in his touch. World didn't end. Bonus. Jamie chuckled, rolling to face him. But it shifted. You shifted everything. Their lips met, soft exploration, the kiss a seal on unspoken vows. No rush, no heat, just the profound ache of souls aligning after years adrift. Breakfast was ritual, eggs scrambled with Jamie's flair for herbs, coffee black for Alex, oat milk latte for him. Over the island, they scrolled coverage, Forbes praising Harrington's bold rebrand, while fringe sites spewed vitriol. Block and build, Alex said, arm around Jamie's waist. We've got work. The office awaited like a gauntlet. Elevators hummed with whispers, employees averting eyes or offering thumbs-ups. In the boardroom, the chairwoman, Elena Vasquez, steepled fingers over reports. Stocks rebounded 2 points overnight. Your authenticity play worked. But scrutiny's on. Investors want stability, not soap opera. Alex nodded, Jamie at his side in a junior consultant badge, official now. Stability with soul. Jamie's leading the empathy module for our AI, making it detect user distress, route to counselors. Eyes turned to Jamie, skepticism melting under his pitch, slides of prototypes, testimonials from beta users. It's not just code, he said, voice steady. It's seeing the invisible. Like Alex saw me. Applause surprised them, Elena's nod grudging approval. Make it sing, or we're sunk. Post-meeting, Marcus clapped Alex's back. Ball's a move, boss. And the kid? Goal. He's not a kid, Alex corrected mild. Partner. The word landed, solidifying. Afternoon brought the first real test. A call from Richard Harrington, voice gravel over speaker. What the hell was that stunt? Bisexual? You'll tank the legacy. Legacy's evolving, Dad. Alex gripped the desk, Jamie's hand on his knee under table. Or did you forget Uncle Theo? The one you erased for the same sin? Silence crackled, then a sigh. Your mother would have loved this fire in you. Just don't burn it all. The line died, leaving ghosts. Jamie squeezed. Progress. Cracked door. Alex exhaled. Enough. Evening unfolded domestic. Grocery run to Whole Foods. Jamie's cart acrobatics drawing laughs. Home. They cooked pasta. Wine flowing. Stories spilling. Alex's prep school rebellion. Sneaking out for underground poetry slams. Jamie's barn dances. Stealing glances at boys in flannel. But shadows crept. A package arrived unmarked. Photos of them from Ohio. The shove circled in red. Note. Confess the abuse. or these go viral. Alex is blood-iced. Uncle Ray, Jamie breathed, recognizing the scrawl. He hated Dad for cutting him out after the farm sale. This, payback. Security traced it to a Queens P.O. box, but anxiety lingered. He won't stop, Jamie admitted, pacing the living room. Twisted family ties. Alex pulled him down, enveloping. Then we cut them. Together. Nights blurred into strategy. Lawyers drafting restraining orders. PR spinning proactive. A company initiative for LGBTQ youth shelters, Harrington funded. Jamie dove in, designing outreach apps, his art weaponized for good. Yet personal fractures surfaced. One weekend, Victoria appeared at the door, bottle of Merlot in hand, eyes wary. Truce? I overstepped. Jamie tensed in the kitchen, but Alex waved him over. Sit. Talk. Over glasses, she unfolded. Her own closet, a college affair with a woman ended in shame, marriage to cover it. I lashed because I feared you'd fall like I did. Jamie reached across. Falling's not the end. It's the start. Tears tracked her makeup. Teach me. Harringtons healed in fits. Group dinner. Richard awkward but present, toasting to new chapters. Jokes landed flat, but presence counted. Twist struck mid-November. Jamie's college acceptance. Full ride to Pratt, but conditional on portfolio expansion. Need a series, he confided. On identity. Raw. Alex funded a studio space in the penthouse basement, turning concrete into canvas. Jamie painted feverishly. Abstracts of gates cracking, figures emerging from shadows. Alex's face woven in subtle strokes. Inspiration peaked during a Central Park walk, snow dusting branches. Model for me? Jamie asked, sketching pad out. Under a bare oak, Alex posed, coat open to winter bite. Jamie's pencil flew, capturing not the CEO, but the man, vulnerable, alive. Beautiful, Jamie whispered, closing distance. Their kiss deepened there, snowflakes melting on lashes, the park empty witness. Passion built slow, hands roaming with permission, but they pulled back, breathless. Home, Alex rasped. Properly. That night marked shift. Bodies entwining with trust, not conquest. Exploration of scars, both literal and latent. Whispers of I see you, echoed, binding tighter than any contract. December brought holidays laced with minefields. Jamie's parents invited them to Dayton, neutral ground, and against odds, they went. Airport jitters, but the house felt less trap, more tentative bridge. Pot roast again, but grace shorter, questions gentler. Proud of you, son, his dad managed, hand on shoulder. For fighting. Ray's arrest helped. Confession to harassment, grudge against the family spilling over. Won't bother you again, the cop assured. New Year's Eve, penthouse party, employees, allies, rainbow flags subtle in decor. Alex pulled Jamie to the terrace at midnight, fireworks blooming. To us, he toasted, ring box sly in pocket. Not proposal, but promise band, engraved gates open. Jamie slipped it on, eyes shining. Soul changer. But fate twisted anew. A rival firm, sensing weakness, launched a hostile bid for Harrington stock. They're betting on scandal fallout, Marcus warned. Alex rallied. All hands, Jamie at podium. We're not just tech. We're human. Fight with heart. Shares surged on the speech's viral clip, bid thwarted. Victory tasted sweeter shared. Spring bloomed change. Jamie's exhibit at a Soho gallery. Pieces selling to collectors. Alex's quiet bids ensuring legacy. Victoria dated openly now, a gallery curator. Richard visited, books on allyship in hand. 1 year postgate, they stood there again, Jamie's hand in Alex's. Full circle, Jamie said. Alex kissed his temple. Better path. Souls mended, love's drama yielding to enduring light. No more hiding, only horizons. As cherry blossoms dusted Manhattan's avenues in pink defiance of concrete, Alexander Harrington found himself adrift in a sea of invitations. Galas for philanthropists, summits for tech titans, but none pulled like the quiet rhythm he'd built with Jamie. The penthouse, once a sterile showcase, now breathed. Jamie's canvases leaning against walls, half-read art journals on the coffee table, the faint scent of turpentine mingling with Alex's cologne. It was domesticity he'd never craved until it claimed him. Morning run. Jamie called from the bedroom, lacing sneakers, his Pratt hoodie rumpled from late-night studio sessions. Alex groaned from under covers, but swung legs out. Only if you promise no sketching mid-stride. Their jog through the park was symphony. Birdsong, footfalls sinking, Jamie's laughter when Alex tripped on a root. Graceful as ever, CEO. Shut it, artist. Alex bumped shoulders, the contact sparking joy. Post-run shower shared, water cascading, hands soaping with laughter, led to brunch at a Tribeca cafe, avocado toast, and eavesdropped gossip. Heard your bid scared off the sharks, the barista said, winking. Legend. Jamie beamed, but Alex saw the weight. Fame's double edge, privacy eroded. Afternoon. Pratt's campus buzzed with critiques. Alex tagged along, outsider in jeans among berets, watching Jamie defend his thesis series, Gates of Self, to professors who nodded, impressed. You've captured vulnerability without sentiment, one said. Raw power. Outside, Jamie exhaled. Passed. With honors. Alex swept him up, spinning. Knew it. Dinner out? Your pick. Fancy, Jamie decided. That Italian with the view. La Dolce Vita overlooked the harbor, candlelight dancing on wine glasses. Over Osso Bucco, talk turned dreams. Jamie's gallery solo show. Alex's pivot to mental health AI. Inspired by you, Alex admitted. Detecting isolation before it swallows. Jamie linked fingers. We make each other better. The kiss goodbye to worries was interrupted by a shadow at table's edge. Victoria, unannounced, dress shimmering. Room for one more prodigal. They made space, her tales of dates flowing with wine. She's brilliant. Terrifying. Laughter bridged old rifts. But homeward cab, Jamie quieted. Vic's cool now. But Dad? Still radio silence on the bye thing. Alex thumbed his promise band. Give time, or we make our own family. Twist unraveled next dawn. Richard's call, not gravel, but gravelly soft. Gallery opening this weekend. Connecticut. Bring the boy. I mean Jamie. If he wants. Jamie, on speaker, froze mid-egg. Sir. Call me Richard. And yes. See your work. The estate was vineyard-wrapped, air crisp with ferment. Richard toured Jamie's borrowed pieces, digital prints shipped ahead, with grunts turning to questions. This gate motif. Personal. Jamie nodded. Metaphor. For acceptance. Richard paused at a portrait. Alex, eyes alight. Looks right. You caught him. Over steak dinner, walls crumbled. I was wrong about Theo, Richard confessed, pipe smoke curling. Kicked him out. Regret it daily. Won't with you. Tears pricked Jamie's eyes. Means a lot. Harrington's whole, tentatively. Summer heat baked the city, but opportunity cooled. A TEDx invite for Alex. From Gates to Grace, Tech and Tolerance. Jamie co-prepped slides, his touch on narratives. Rehearsal in the living room, Jamie pacing prompts. Nail the hook, that night at the gate. Alex practiced, voice cracking on vulnerability. He changed me, taught me souls over spreadsheets. Applause from one, Jamie, pulling him close. Perfect. The talk landed in San Francisco, audience wrapped, standing ovation thundering. Backstage, Jamie hugged fierce. Proud. But jet-lag bred confession. Hotel bar, city lights blurring. Missed you those weeks alone, Alex admitted. Felt empty. Jamie sipped whiskey sour. Same. But we balanced, me with finals, you conquering. Conquering's hollow without share. Alex's hand covered his. Marry me. Jamie choked. What? Not now? Someday. If. Jamie grinned, tears glinting. Yes. To someday. Fall brought exhibit. Jamie's Soho debut. Thresholds. Walls alive with emotion. Gates ajar. Figures stepping through. Love's colors bleeding. Opening night. Crowd swelled. Collectors, critics, family. Richard bought first piece. Victoria networked. Alex hung back, beaming. A critic cornered Jamie. Autobiographical? The Billionaire Muse. Jamie glanced at Alex. Muses are mutual. Post-party, alone in afterglow, they slow danced to jazz on vinyl, bodies swaying. This life's dream, Jamie whispered. Yours made it. Alex kissed forehead. Winter whispered threats anew. A lawsuit from Ray, out on bail, claiming defamation over arrest. He's suing for pain and suffering, lawyer briefed. Says you painted him villain. Jamie paled over legal pads. Can't let him win. Alex's jaw set. He won't. Trial loomed. Manhattan courthouse, a coliseum. Witnesses. Family. Cops. Jamie's testimony raw. He threatened because I dared love. Ray sneered from stand. Boys lying. Influenced by that rich deviant. Objection overruled, but Alex's cross burned. Deviant? Or just human? Jury deliberated hours. Verdict. Dismissed. Ray ordered counseling. Outside, paparazzi swarmed, but Jamie's head high, hand in Alex's. Healing, he said, snow falling soft. Spring renewal. Wedding plans whispered, not grand, intimate. Upstate farm, close circle. Vows exchanged under oaks. Through gates and storms, I choose you. Honeymoon in the Berkshires, cabin quiet. Days hiking, nights talking stars. Souls changed forever. Alex murmured, fire crackling. Jamie nestled closer. Hours intertwined. Years folded. Jamie's professorship, Alex's foundation for queer youth. Children came via surrogacy, twins with Jamie's eyes, Alex's drive. Gates metaphorical now, always open. Legacy? Not blood, but love's indelible mark. Summer's swelter had barely ebbed when the first whispers of discord slithered into Alexander and Jamie Harrington's idyll, carried on the wings of success's shadow. Jamie's professorship at Pratt was a triumph. Tenured track, students flocking to his identity in Inc. seminars, but the spotlight burned uneven. Alex's foundation, gates open, ballooned into a national force, grants pouring for shelters and scholarships, but bureaucracy bred beasts. A board member, Harlan Crow, old guard with a mustache like suspicion incarnate, questioning priorities. Queer focus is niche, Harlan grumbled at a funding meet, eyes sliding to Jamie's rainbow pin. Widening nets catches more fish. Alex's retort was ice. Our nets for the forgotten. Narrows the point. Jamie, guest speaker, added fire. Niche? That's half our youth. Ignore it. You drown. Applause favored them, but Harlan's glare lingered, a promise of pushback. Home that night, tension uncoiled in the kitchen, Jamie chopping veggies with extra vigor. He's a dinosaur. Smells change coming. Alex uncorked Pinot, pouring. Dinosaurs pitch asteroids. We dodge. But Jamie's knife paused. What if he digs? Our story's public, but private parts. Alex pulled him close, apron dusted flour. Let him. We're bulletproof. Folly, as Autumn proved. Harlan's investigation, anonymous tips to media, dredging Ohio files, twisting Ray's suit into abuse cover-up. Headlines twisted. Harrington hideaway. Scandal beneath the glam? Alex's phone exploded, foundation donors wavering. Damage control, PR urged. Deny, deflect. No. Alex rallied Jamie on the terrace, city defiant below. Truth serum. Presser tomorrow. The conference room swarmed, mics bristling. Jamie at podium first. Ohio was pain, not plot. Family fights heal or haunt. Ours healed. Alex followed. Gates open stands because of stories like ours. Flawed, fierce. Join or step aside. Harlan resigned by noon, citing philosophical differences. Vindication tasted bittersweet. Jamie's hug fierce. Your words. Our armor. Winter holidays healed further. Twins, Riley and Jordan, toddling chaos. First Christmas with all. Richard doting on grandkids. Victoria's partner adding levity. Snowball fights in the park. Jamie's laughter echoing as Alex feigned defeat. But spring unearthed buried thorn. A letter from Jamie's estranged aunt, Ray's sister, claiming lost art from his youth, sketches she'd preserved. Attached photos, Jamie's teen drawings, intimate, vulnerable, now auction fodder. She's selling my soul, Jamie raged, crumpling paper. For spite. Alex traced the creases. Buy them back. Quiet. Auction house in Chelsea. They bid anonymously, securing the lot for thousands. Unpacking in the studio, Jamie wept over faded pages, self-portraits of confusion, first love sketched in secret. This was me, hiding. Alex framed one. A boy at a gate, hopeful. This is you free. Gratitude bloomed that night. Bodies reconnecting slow, reaffirming, love's language beyond words. Summer tour for Gates Open. Cross country. Jamie keynoting at youth centers. Alex funding on site. Chicago stop. A teen mirrored Jamie. Kicked out. Eyes haunted. Your story saved me, she said. Jamie hugged her, voice thick. Write yours. Alex watched, heart full, but hotel room brought breakdown. Jamie pacing. What if I can't save them all? What if? Alex knelt, hands on knees. You don't alone. We do. Passion followed, urgent yet tender, anchors in storm. Fall crisis. Riley's fever spiked during a trip, hospital lights harsh. Doctors calm, viral, routine, but Alex's mind raced to his mother's bedside vigil. Jamie held vigil too, stories distracting. Remember the gate? Thought it'd end. It started us. Dawn broke fever-free, lesson etched. Fragility's gift, gratitude's forge. Winter wedding anniversary. Vow renewal, intimate, twins flower bearers. Under stars, Alex whispered, eternal. Jamie, infinite. Spring's renewal, Jamie's book deal. Gates sketched, memoir and art. Launch packed, Richard toasting, to my sons. But twist shadowed, health scare. Alex's checkup flagged irregular heartbeat. Stress, doc said. Lifestyle tweak. Jamie fretted, enforcing yoga, walks. Can't lose you. Won't. Alex promised, but vulnerability scared. Irony, the strong man felled by pulse. Summer stabilized. Therapy, meditation, Jamie's hand steady. Foundation thrived. Harlan's ilk faded. Fall harvest. Book tour. Twins starting school. Pride swelled at parent night. Jamie's drawings on walls. Winter deepened bonds. Family ski trip. Richard teaching Jordan turns. Laughter echoing slopes. 1 year on. Alex reflected in journal. Private now. Post scare. He found me at the gate. I found myself in him. Soul's not changed. It's revealed. Love's drama. Once gale. Now gentle current. Carrying forward, unbroken. As the twins' laughter echoed through the Harrington penthouse, a symphony of Lego clatters and Jamie's mock scolds, Alexander couldn't shake the undercurrent of time's relentless march. 5 years since the gate, their life a tapestry woven from threads of triumph and trial. Gates open a beacon with chapters nationwide. Jamie's tenure secure, Alex's heart medicated but mended. Yet, in quiet moments, doubt whispered, had the drama dulled to routine, or was this the deeper story? Mommy's home. Riley squealed, tackling Victoria at the door, Jordan trailing with a drawing, stick figure family, rainbows overhead. Vic scooped them, kissing cheeks. Auntie spoils again. Her partner, Lena, followed, arms laden with bakery boxes. Cronitz for the win. Dinner sprawled chaotic. Pasta fights. Richard FaceTiming from Connecticut, his Gramps stories riveting. Post-bedtime, adults clustered on the terrace, city winter hush below. You too, Vic said, wine glass raised, built this. From ashes. Jamie leaned into Alex, blanket shared. Ashes make good fertilizer. Talk turned legacy. Foundation's expansion to Europe. Jamie's next book on queer pedagogy. But Lena's question pierced. Regrets? The spotlight's cost. Silence stretched. Alex met Jamie's eyes. Cost us privacy, but gained family. Jamie nodded. Worth every flash. Spring unfurled opportunity. A documentary pitch. Gates of change. Their story scripted. Filming commenced. Cameras capturing park runs, studio sessions, twin antics. Director, a non-binary filmmaker named Kai, probed gentle. The gate night. What pulled you, Alex? His eyes, Alex said raw, dared me to care. Jamie, off camera, dared me to trust. Clips went viral pre-release, youth DMs flooding. Your courage, my map. But Harlan's ghost stirred. Ex-boarder, now podcaster, exposing Harrington woke-washing. Clips twisted old headlines. Ray's suit revived as suppressed abuse. Backlash nipped. Donor pullouts. Protest at a gala. Alex faced the mic again. Truth isn't soundbite. It's sweat. Years building bridges, not walls. Jamie beside. Hate shouts. Love builds. Crowd parted. A teen from the protest hugging Jamie. You inspired my coming out. Turn tide. Summer vacation. Amalfi Coast. Cliffs dramatic as their start. Twins built sandcastles. Jamie sketched seascapes. Alex read policy briefs poolside. Evenings, lovers' walks, hands linked. 10 years soon. Jamie mused, waves lapping. Feels yesterday. Alex stopped, sea salt on lips. Best plot twist. One night, storm ravaged like memory. Power out. They talked by candle. Fears of aging, twins' futures, climate's shadow on foundations. We'll adapt, Alex vowed. Fall's Harvest. Doc premiered at Tribeca, standing ovs, Emmy's buzz. After party, Richard cornered Alex. Proud, son. Theo'd be too. Tears unshed. Miss him. Me too. Winter's gift. Family cruise, Caribbean calm. Twins snorkeled, adults stargazed. Jamie pulled Alex aside. Another? For the twins. Surrogacy anew, girl on way. Elara, star chosen. Spring birth. Chaos joyful. Elara's cry harmonizing cries. Jamie held her first. Eyes misted. Our circle widens. Summer settled. Nap schedules. Board meetings virtual. Harlan's pod faded. Irrelevance his sentence. Fall reflections. Jamie's sabbatical. Joint project. AR app for museums. Queer histories interactive. Launch wowed. Schools adopting. Winter holidays amplified. For kids now, wait. No. Elara infant. Twins 5. Chaos quintupled. Richard's estate hosted. Tree trimming wars. Carols off key. New Year's. Terrace toast. To chapters unwritten. But twist in spring. Health echo. Jamie's checkup. Lump flagged. Benign. Biopsy confirmed, but scare shook. Alex held him post results. Park bench echo. We're fighters. Jamie nodded. Together. Summer therapy. Couples. Fortifying. Love's not storm-free, counselors said. It's sailing through. Fall's renewal. Elara's first steps toward Jamie's arms. Winter's peace. Family photos. Gates symbolic. A decade post-gate. Alex penned epilogue. He slept outside. Woke my world. What I learned. Love's the ultimate disruption. Messy, mighty mine. Souls entwined. Story ongoing.